what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Heavy J. Welcome to the Contemporary Comrades podcast. And as you see from the freaking article right here, man, I've got to, before I even get into the article, and before I even get into the usual shit, today, whenever the hell you watching this, this is just a small example of how easy it is to connect dots when you see something. So like when you come across an article, this is how easy it is to connect dots and kind of really pinpoint certain things in society. And then you can start to combine those with other things you see in society, and that's how you can form your own conclusion, right? Or form your own opinion on something, right? Or how you know, that's how I form my opinion for the most part. So as you can see, your credit score should be based on your web browser history, says the International Monetary Fund. There's a hell of a lot wrong with this. And before I get into that, I want to say thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you stay tuned for more fire from us, because it's not stopping. Anyway, so the article starts off here: with more services than ever collecting your data, it's easy to start asking why anyone should care. This is why, because people start having ideas like this. Facts. In a new blog from the International Monetary Fund, yes, the IMF, yes, them, 4 researchers presented their findings from a working paper that examines the current relationship between finance and tech, as well as its potential future. Now, I want you to take note of one thing. This was written December 18th, 2020, right? Keep in mind. Now keep this premise in mind. What this is the private, your private blending into the public. So this is government into you privately to the extent of, you know, like everybody's browser history. Like if you like, your browser history is basically you. That's why you know, ISPs keep your browser history for 5 years, and ISP is an internet service provider. So like, you know, Comcast or you know, whatever satellite service you have, whoever you get your internet from, that's your ISP, right? They by law are required to keep all of your browsing history for 5 years. This is why people use VPNs. But anyway, with a little bit of a tangent there. But anyway, so the IMF wrote this paper, and they're examining the current relationship between finance and technology, right? And they're saying that basically this is the epitome of the possibilities. You can basically, you know, form, you know, browsing, search, and purchase history to create a more accurate mechanism for determining the credit rating. And they basically believe that this approach could result in greater lending to borrowers who would potentially be denied otherwise. So they're basically saying, you know, we don't really trust that you're a good person, so we want to really see for ourselves, or we're gonna decide if you're a good person or not based on what we deem your credit score, and based on what loans we allow you to get or not get, right? That's the that's the idea here. Now it says here, the concept of using your web history to inform credit ratings is framed around the notion that lenders rely on hard data that might obscure the worthiness of a borrower or paint an unnecessarily dire picture during hard times, citing soft data points like the type of browser and hardware used, history of online searches and purchases. So basically, it says here, I'll read a little bit more. So basically, it says banks tend to cushion credit terms for their long-term customers during downturns. The paper wrote. This is because they have a history and relationship with the customer. Now imagine the kind of intimate history that Facebook could have with a borrower, and suddenly its digital cash initiative starts to make more sense. And how does this get incorporated, you might ask? Of course, none other than AI. Yes, machine learning and AI. Machine learning and AI, machine learning and AI, machine learning and freaking AI. That is going to be our world. They're going to be our replacements and our authorities. and our authority figures is going to be AI and machine learning. Well, AI really, but so you hear that, right? Let's go to another article. So they're saying that basically they're saying that this is going to make it better for the borrower, quote unquote, because they'll have a better relationship with the creditor. Whatever. Bullshit. What does this say? I said, so before I even open that one up, so I said to myself, this sounds like something I've heard before. Oh, didn't China start a social credit system? Oh, didn't I remember reading something like that back in the day? Boom. Spend frivolously and be penalized under China's new social credit system. Guess when this article was written? November 2nd, 2018. You don't say. So we've got somebody here saying, hey, in 2020, we think your credit score should be based on your web history. The International Monetary Fund. Here we've got China in 2018. Oh, how's the article start? In 2020, China will fully roll out its controversial social credit score. Under the system, both financial behaviors like frivolous spending and bad behaviors like lighting up in smoke-free zones can result in stiff consequences. Penalties include loss of employment and educational opportunities, as well as transportation restrictions. Those with high scores get perks like discounts on utility bills and faster application process to travel abroad. That is this full bore. These two things are essentially the fucking same. This is that. So China's social credit system. This is IMF saying, hey, this is them poking the rest of the world, saying, hey, what do y'all think about this? Because that's the end goal, right? This is the end goal. A social credit system. That's the end goal. And then at that point, all you have to do is integrate it with AI and chips and everything the fucking else that they're telling you that they're going to be putting in your body and implanting in everything around you. You put those two things together, total control. Total control. So let's look at a newer article about China's social credit system. Boom. This is the South China Morning Post. What is China's social credit system and why is it controversial? China's social credit system is a set of databases and initiatives that monitor and assess the trustworthiness of individuals, companies, and government entities. Really though? I'll believe it when I see, if I ever see it, you know. A good rating could offer priority healthcare or deposit-free renting of public housing, while a negative rating could see individuals banned from flights and trains. Wow. The databases are managed by China's economic planner, the National Development and Reform Commission, the People's Bank of China, and the country's court system. Most of the data is gathered from traditional sources such as financial, criminal, and governmental records, as well as existing data from registry offices, along with third-party sources such as online credit platforms. So Li Qiang says those who lose credibility will find it hard to make a tiny step in society. Wow. The system expected to be rolled out by the end of 2020. So what do we have? So let's put a few things together here. What do we have going on in America right now? We have tiptoes to this. Really, we have tiptoes to these social credit scores, socialism via communism, via look, we're moving in a way that I think is let me put it this way, just because we're on YouTube. we're at, like I've said before, we're at a crossroads in this country. And we're at a crossroads in humanity right now, even I would even say. Because we're on the cusp of another very large something. All right? The United States is too divided. We're too divided. Look, politics has been proven to be a sham publicly. The financial system is proven to be a sham publicly. The presidential capabilities of the the governing capabilities of essentially the country have been proven to be a sham. Now we look like idiots because of our, itis response, right? If we're playing that game. Then the person who gets in office, and look what they're doing. And you get money. Getting people used to sucking on the teat of the people who created the problem. And the people who allowed the problem to flow throughout society, if you will, or flow throughout the country. And now what we have is essentially this. Essentially what we have is this. We have this light. I'm predicting right now. We will live under a social credit system at some point in our lives. If you are younger than 40, you will live through that. You will see that. And you won't be living in China to see it. All right, they're making steps towards that, okay? Again, man, I was thinking we could maybe watch a little bit of a video or two. Let's see. Let's watch this one. This is them talking about the credit system here. Maybe someone want to watch a little bit of.
China is creating a social credit system. It's a plan to regulate business and citizen behavior with various incentive schemes. China's State Council unveiled the plan in 2014, saying it would allow the trustworthy to roam everywhere under heaven, while making it hard for the discredited to take a single step.
Now, there's something really, really wrong with that. There's something really wrong with that. So who defines trustworthy, and who and what defines the credit to then have somebody have that taken of them? Like where are these definitions coming from? They're coming from government? I don't know, man. Let's keep watching.
China's leaders say the system has several main targets: honesty in government affairs, integrity in commerce and wider society, and boosting judicial credibility. About 36 cities around China are testing their own versions of social credit schemes. Currently, the backbone of the system is a set of blacklists. Serious offenders of existing laws are identified by regulatory and oversight bodies. Social credit scores, used in some pilot cities, award or remove points based on behavior.
Also, where else did we see this at? You know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say. Black Mirror, of course. Right? I can't remember the name of the episode, but go watch the episode. It's the redhead girl on the thumbnail, and it's a rating app, and people just sit there and basically rate you, and they give you amount of stars based on their interaction with you, and based on the interaction you granted, afforded things in life. Basically, the more stars you have, the more opportunities you get, which means the more money you have, the more attractive people you're around, the more, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah.
Social credit data can come from court judgments, government agency records, citizen observers who monitor neighbors, or from corporate records. In at least one pilot city, social credit scores can be damaged by defaulting on loan or tax payments. Selling faulty products or breaking traffic laws can also cost points. In those communities, good social credit makes it easier to get bank loans at lower rates. Other perks include free health checks or discounts on heating and free water. Bad social credit may limit access to tickets for high-speed trains or air travel. A Supreme Court blacklist is already in use, limiting travel for people who fail to comply with rulings. By late 2018, the list had stopped sales of 5.4 million high-speed train tickets.
That's all I'm gonna watch, man, because it's getting out of the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, get prepared, folks. I'm not gonna say much more about that because, again, I don't want to overstep things, if you know what I mean, because of where we're at. For lack of a better term, but let us know your thoughts on this stuff, man. Let us know if you think I'm nuts. Let us know if you think that this is nuts. You feel what I'm saying? At least let us know something, because you look at this, this is and this is how it happens. It's one tiny step here, and then one tiny step here, and then one tiny step. And the next thing you know, you end up with this. You know what I mean? End of 2020. So basically, it's rolled out. It's official. China's social credit system. This is, like I said, this is the peak at the end. This is a, hey, rest of the world, what do you think? Do you think this is cool too? We're the IMF. We pretty much, govern your banks anyway, so why not try this and see? I don't know, man. Let me know your thoughts. It's the Contemporary Comrades. It's Heavy J. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more as always, and then hope you enjoy. Peace.